when breeding multiple breeds, there are a lot of things you have to look into. Number one I would like to talk about is the aspect of breeding. Now, when you keep multiple dogs, you have to always be sure to make sure that you dictate when these dogs are on heat to avoid any of them mating each other. So in the aspect of breeding multiple breed, one needs to be very cautious about their breeding time to avoid mixed breeding, because even when these dogs, they don't get assistance, they tend to do this thing by themselves. Yeah, there are some of them that are just naturally like that. They're going to do it by themselves. And another thing is trying to make sure that each and every one of them is properly socialized, well socialized. Because if they aren't well socialized, then you have incidents of dog fights amongst breeds, different breeds, and their different temperaments and all of those. So one just needs to be very careful, watch their breeding and also their temperaments. In Nigeria, we have a lot of breeds in Nigeria. Actually, that's an applaud to many breeders in Nigeria, growing industry of the dog breeding. Now in Nigeria, we have a high demand of Rottweilers and Kenkeso. That's because of the high level of insecurity in our country. So a lot of people tend to get more dogs, secure their environment, because there's an adage that says a dog won't be paid like your normal security person, you understand? But a dog also needs care. So either ways, you're still doing the same thing. So the Rottweilers are on more demands in Nigeria, more demand. When you import rare breeds into Nigeria, there are a lot of things you need to take into consideration. And those things are your market. Now, aside your market, you also have to check the weather condition. The weather condition over here. The weather condition here, it's not favorable to lots of dog breeds. Lots of these dogs come into Nigeria, but they are being cared for specially. And if you don't have the capacity to do this, then there is no need bringing it into the country. Because you're just going to bring the dog down here to make the dog suffer, which I don't advise anybody to do. Now, I talked about the market. Yeah, the market is also very, very necessary. A lot of people tend to bring in dogs and then they end up asking, how am I going to go about this dog? If this dog litters, how am I going to sell them? How this, how that? And I keep telling people, before you dive into bringing in any rare breed into the country, make sure you've done a proper market survey. You know, okay, where am I going to channel this to? How am I going to channel this? If I have puppies, if I have a stud, how is it going to come through? Where is it going to come from? So you have to know your proper marketing. And also, these rare breeds are unlike these ones that are already adapted in Nigeria. Rare breeds like the Pomeranians, the Tibetan Mastiff, the Pekingese, a lot of them. These dogs, they come in with their own kind of needs, and we have to also adapt to their own kind of need. Because if you don't do this, you end up bringing a husky into Nigeria, and then after 3 days, or let's say after 3 months, the husky is now looking like a German Shepherd, which is not supposed to. Now you're bringing down the market value of that dog, and people will end up telling you that this is not even pure breed. And you know this dog is very good, it's a pure breed, it's this, it's that. But due to the fact that you're not able to meet up with their ends needs, you're not able to meet up with their grooming, the temperature for their falls, their feeding, all of those things, the kind of feed they take and the kind of preparation all of these dogs go with, it tends to bring down their quality. And once the quality is down in a dog, I usually tell people that you end up selling this dog for peanuts. So I believe these are all just what one has to consider before bringing in any of these rare breeds. Okay, so I still remain your one and only Onu Kingsley Kelechi, CEO 40 Kings Kennel Yeah, 40 Kings Kennel. And over here, we breed for royalties, or we breed for kings. Thank you.